Hey, what is up guys? Max Weigand here. So today we're going to discuss how to finally eradicate negative, limiting, toxic self-talk in your life and replace that with positivity and love and gratitude or excitement or happiness or joy or fulfillment, whatever you want for good. And so if you're struggling with anxiety or fears or stresses or feeling overwhelmed, feeling anxious, feeling, just uncertain about the future. You maybe have self-limiting thoughts around yourself of I'm not good enough, I'm unworthy, I can't do this, I should be perfect, whatever it is in your life. Today, this is really for you. And today we're going to discuss how to finally get rid of that and replace it with positive stuff in your life. And so the basic premise of this video is really this idea that if you're struggling right now with negativity, it's because you've practiced it over and over and over again in your life. If you're really good at worrying, if you're constantly worried, stressed out, angry, it's because you've practiced being worried, being stressed out, or being angry so many times throughout your life that now you're really world-class at it. You're world-class worried. You're world-class at being afraid or anxious, scared, angry, whatever it is. And so what we want to do instead is, instead of these things, what we want to become world-class at is being positive and grateful and excited and loving and kind, appreciative of life. And so the way to do that is repetition. So the thing about our brain is we're really bad at multitasking. Studies show this over and over and over again. And so we can't really be deeply focused on one thing and simultaneously think about a whole bunch of other stuff. And so we can use this effect by deliberately, instead of thinking about the negative, actually focusing on the positive in our lives. The biggest mistake that people make when they want to overcome negative, limiting, toxic thinking is they try to just not think about it. But here's the challenge. I'll give you an example. For a moment, try not to, and I repeat, do not think of a pink elephant. What do you just think of? A pink elephant, right? Because our brain can't understand the instruction, do not think of this. It doesn't that's not an effective instruction for the brain. And so instead, for a moment now, try to think of a golden crocodile. Just think of a golden crocodile. Now, were you just thinking still of the pink elephant? Probably not. You probably think of the golden crocodile, right? And so that's exactly the process that we're going to use here. When we replace negative thinking with something positive instead that we can focus on, when we have this golden crocodile that we can focus on instead, we're not going to be thinking about the pink elephant anymore. Instead of saying, well, I don't want to feel worried anymore, I don't want to feel frustrated or stressed out anymore, what we're going to say, well, I'm going to focus on the positive. I'm going to focus on what I'm grateful for, what I'm excited about, what I love about myself and people around me in the world and whatever it is. And by doing that, what we're going to do is the positive voice is going to start out to drown out the negative stuff in our lives. And so this is exactly the process we're going to use to become world-class at positivity. So there's two questions I want you to ask yourself. Number one is, what is that negative, limiting, toxic self-talk that is currently holding you back in your life? And then number two, how can you replace that with something positive? I mean, what's maybe the opposite of that? Or what's something more empowering that would actually help me be the person I want to be and live the life that I want to live? And you can pause this video at this moment to really think about these questions. And once you've got them, really start thinking about how can I use them throughout the day over and over and over again. Because the way you've become world-class at negative self-talk is by repeating these things thousands of times to yourself. And so the way we're going to become really world-class and elite level at positivity is by repeating that to ourselves over and over and over again. Because essentially what happens is, the more you repeat a certain thought or certain emotion, the more these neural networks in your brain get hardwired and get strengthened. And so the more often you repeat that, the easier it's going to be for you to access it over and over and over again. So what we want to do is we simply want to repeat the new thought, the new phrase, the new emotion thousands of times throughout the day. When you're waking up, you want to be focused on that. Maybe you want to write it down. Maybe you want to say it out loud. So you really focus on that. Maybe, as you go through the day, as you're working out, as you're washing the dishes, anytime that your thoughts are sort of drifting around, especially to negative stuff, what we want to do is, again, we want to use this golden crocodile. We want to deliberately choose to focus on the positivity, focus on what we're grateful for, focus on what we love, focus on what we're excited about, focus on certainty, confidence, whatever it is. And by doing that, we're going to simultaneously and automatically drown out the negative voices in our lives. And so guys, this is really a super easy but super effective process to finally eradicate and get rid of negative stuff and instead replace it with positivity and joy and love in our lives. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and you want to dive a little deeper into mastering the mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your habits in your life, and therefore take control of your life, reach out to me at any moment. I'm really happy to help. All the best to you guys, and see you soon.